A charity executive who was asked where she really came from by the late Queen's lady-in-waiting says she has suffered horrific abuse on social media. The non-profit Sister Space founder, Ngozi Fulani, a British native, expressed outrage at how Lady Susan Hussey, 83, treated her during an event at Buckingham Palace last week. Lady Susan, who had served the late Queen for 6 decades, stepped down from her honorary role with immediate effect amid a furious outcry after Ms. Fulani revealed she had asked, "Where are you really from?" But Ms. Fulani claimed that since the exchange, her family has been under immense pressure through her charity, which advocates for Afro-Caribbean victims of domestic abuse. In a statement issued on Monday, she said, "The last week has been an extremely difficult time for us at Sister Space. My team, family and I have been put under immense pressure and received some horrific abuse via social media. Yet throughout this time, I've been heartened by the huge amount of support we have received. I want to thank everyone for that, and it has shown me that love will always triumph over hate." When Miss Fulani claimed to be British during the Queen Consort's reception, Lady Susan, the Prince of Wales's godmother, is alleged to have questioned her several times. Lady Hussey reportedly asked Miss Fulani where she was from, and she responded that her organisation was headquartered in North East London's Hackney. But Lady Hussey went on to ask her, "Where do you really come from? Where do your people come from?" A stunned Miss Fulani replied, "My people, lady. What is this?" She eventually said she was of Caribbean descent and African origin, to which Lady Hussey apparently replied, "I knew we'd get there in the end. You're Caribbean." King Charles and Queen Camilla are reportedly making plans to meet with Miss Fulani to discuss what transpired at the dinner and the issues raised, despite her claims that she has not been contacted. Meanwhile, Miss Fulani told ITV's Good Morning Britain that the comments were down to racism, not Lady Susan's age. "I've heard so many suggestions it's about her age and stuff like that, and I think that's kind of a disrespect against ageism," she said on BBC Radio's 4 Today programme. "Are we saying that because of your age you can't be racist or you can't be inappropriate? If you invite people to an event, as I said, against domestic abuse, and there are people there from different demographics, I don't see the relevance of whether I'm British or not British. You're trying to make me unwelcome in my own space." Ms. Fulani added in her statement, "It has been an emotional whirlwind, and we now wish to take the time to pause, reflect and learn from these events." As a new race row engulfed the royals, Buckingham Palace said it took the incident at the Queen Consort's reception on violence against women on Tuesday extremely seriously and had investigated immediately. A spokesman said, "We take this incident extremely seriously and have investigated immediately to establish the full details. In this instance, unacceptable and deeply regrettable comments have been made. We have reached out to Ngozi Fulani on this matter and are inviting her to discuss all elements of her experience in person if she wishes." In the meantime, the individual concerned would like to express her profound apologies for the hurt caused and has stepped aside from her honorary role with immediate effect. All members of the household are being reminded of the diversity and inclusivity policies, which they are required to uphold at all times. Meanwhile, 2 GB News presenters have questioned the motives behind Miss Fulani's allegations. Nigel Farage and Dan Wootton, 2 of the channel's most high-profile presenters, were both critical following the resignation of Lady Susan Hussey, who quit after repeatedly asking Miss Fulani where she really came from. In a series of tweets, Farage accused her, without providing evidence, of trying to cause trouble. "I believe that Ngozi Fulani was looking for trouble," he said. "How is it a racist outrage to ask someone in African dress where they are from? This royal story is not what it seems." Farage also questioned how Fulani had a transcript of the conversation, which she posted online. However, Wootton said previous tweets posted on the Sister Space Twitter page demonstrated Fulani supported the Sussexes against the rest of the royal family. He said, "While it's terrible Ngozi was made to feel uncomfortable at Buckingham Palace, it is surely the duty of any journalist to point out she had previously accused Charles and Camilla of domestic violence towards Meghan." He shared images of tweets sent from the Sister Space charity account saying, "According to clear definition, it seems Meghan is a survivor of domestic violence." The The tweet, which did not name either Charles nor Camilla, ended with Fulani's name in brackets, appearing to show she was the person who wrote it. Wotton shared another Sister Space tweet, this time without Fulani's name, questioning why Harry and Meghan were not allowed on the balcony during the Platinum Jubilee celebrations and saying racism was the reason why. Fulani denied to Jeremy Vine on Thursday that she had ever tweeted about Meghan and Harry.